All right, how's everyone doing? Good? The energy on this area is amazing. My first time in North Carolina, I flew all the way from Costa Rica. And you might be wondering, why is Kevin wearing sunglasses indoors? You're probably going to tell the person next to you, oh my God, we're stuck with the weirdo. But the case is, there is a reason why I'm wearing sunglasses, but I'll tell you the reason at the end. Normally, people get very excited when I put this slide on because they think I'm going to be giving away a kiss among the audience. Don't be excited about it. KISS is actually a principle I rule my life by, which is keep it simple, stupid. And believe me, it helped me a lot in my career because, unfortunately, engineers love to make things complex. And this principle helps a lot when it comes to working with enterprises and people that don't get engineering. Now, do you know one thing that is not KISS principle? The noise around AI right now. If we see on LinkedIn every week there's a new announcement around a new product about AI, there's a new model with new benchmarks, there's a new startup from the United States, China, you name it, about AI. And if for us, who are at the forefront of AI, building AI solutions, it's hard to keep up with it. Now picture a business owner who doesn't have the technical background, yet it sees the value of implementing AI. It's probably as confusing as the image you're looking at right now on the screen. So let's talk about the two things that I believe are making things complex for enterprises to adopt AI. The first one is the data mess. We're talking about enterprises who has legacy databases, structured and unstructured data on multiple places, and you're going to tell them that they have to bring all of that data and fix it to bring it to their models and do fine-tuning. Enterprises don't have the chance to do that. The other thing I believe is a problem is there's just too many SaaS applications. Like enterprises have to switch between maybe 10 different apps among their day and switch between them maybe 30 times per day. Good luck adding a new app, maybe a new AI platform to that suitcase of apps they have to use every day. I mean, I cringe every time I hear Salesforce. Am I the only one? Dude, it's complex. So, given that, that's why Gartner came with this number, which for me is pretty shocking, that companies take around 8 months to leverage an AI project, and 52% of them, unfortunately, fail. And I think it's primarily because of the two things that I mentioned right now. The big data mess, or not mess, but just the amount of data they have, and the amount of tools that they have to switch. So I believe that for an AI solution to be actually useful for enterprises, they have to meet them where they're at, don't have to change their data structures at all. And second, it has to be embeddable in their platforms and the tools that are at already. So I'm going to show you a very simple RAG implementation. I guess we'll hear about RAG already a lot of times, so I'm not going to explain what RAG is. Let's just put its superpowers for your LLMs. They're going to have access to certain data points and be able to retrieve that in a certain scenario. That's, for me, what RAG is. I believe you've probably heard about RAG, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. So here what we have right now is looking at a dashboard, and I'm going to drag and drop a chat widget. This chat widget, I'm going to first of all let them know what I wanted to do. I'm going to give it a prompt. This is what you're going to be helping me with. And I'm going to bring a data point. The first data point I'm going to bring is my knowledge base. All enterprises have files, PDF files, Excel files, so I'm going to bring them over. So my RAG pipeline is going to be available to access that data. Then I'm going to access my docs. I already have living docs in my public documentation. My team spent a lot of time on that. So let's bring the docs.appsmith.com to the table. And just like that, this RAG pipeline is going to help to bring and web scrape all of that content that I have on my docs. So with those two already trained, let me just go and deploy this RAG pipeline and this AI chat. And I'm going to ask a question that I got about a MongoDB error that somebody is getting when trying to install Appsmith. And just like that, it's going to give me the answer from those data sources, but giving me the citations of where the LLM exactly grabbed that data from the documentation, from the docs. Now, citations are extremely powerful because it's grounding the responses. That's the beauty of RAG. Now, I'm going to give it another question. Turns out somebody's asking about the one-click project being delayed. Now, this is a very specific product question that is not accessible in the outside or to LLM, and it's going to tell me, I don't know about that. It's going to be grounding, again, on real data. So let's go back. Let's bring Notion, because Notion is where we keep our product information. So I'm just going to, again, bring Notion to my data pipeline. I'm going to give it access to the right pages that I wanted from my Notion documentation. And just like that, I'm going to redeploy after it's trained on these particular pages from my Notion documentation. And now that it's trained on that, let's redeploy the chat widget. Click deploy, and now let's ask again about why the one-click project is being delayed. And that's on the Notion documentation. So now it's telling me there were some design problems, some execution, you know how that goes with enterprises building dashboards. And again, it's giving me the right citation of where it got this information. Now, this is extremely powerful because it just took us 3 minutes to build an entire chat solution with RAG pipeline, giving it grounded solutions without hallucinating. Let's do something else. I think it's very powerful what we just did, but let's bring 3 other data sources. The first one is Zendesk. Turns out that I have all of my customer support questions happening on that Zendesk. So I'm just going to import Zendesk as a new pipeline to my RAG implementation. Also, I'm going to bring Salesforce. That's where all of our sales information is, all of our customers, all of the contract information. So again, I'll authenticate, Salesforce is on. And now let's connect to also Confluence, because Jira is where I manage all of our tickets. So I'm going to integrate with Atlassian as well, and redeploy this chat widget. Now we have 3 more data sources compared to the first one that we got, which was 3. Now we have 6 data sources. And to see the true power of this, I'm going to install the Appsmith agent, which is an embeddable agent. And this is where I was talking about meeting the enterprises where they're at, because they don't need another tab. They don't need another place to go. They wanted to have it right where they're at. So I installed the agent. I'm going to embed this application in the agent, and I'm going to tell it in the configuration that this agent is going to be available when somebody is on Zendesk. I can do as many mappings as I want. So inside Zendesk, when I get a customer support inquiry, I just open the chat and I ask a question. And I'm going to be asking about, hey, what's the problem with this ticket? And just put the link of the ticket. And the RAG pipeline, since it has access to it, is going to bring all the information that got from the knowledge base, from the customer support contract on Salesforce, and it's going to be giving me a direction as a customer support agent. Hey, this customer seems to have the right contract, since that everything is in place. So for me, that looks like a bug. So I recommend that you create a bug ticket in your Jira system. So great, I say, all right. I'm going to create a new Jira ticket. It prompts me with the information that it grabbed from the ticket, that it grabbed from the knowledge base, and it's going to allow me to create a Jira ticket without leaving Zendesk, without going to another tool. So I tell it, yes, that ticket looks good. Behind the scenes, it's going to let the team know via Slack that there is this new ticket. Human in the loop. This is, for me, the most extreme powerful when it comes to agents. Not everything has to be automated. And last thing, it proposed me an answer to reply back on the ticket, and I can just hit send reply. It's going to send that directly to the ticket, letting the person know that we understood that this is a problem in our system, that a ticket has been created, and that they can see the progress on the link on the ticket. This, for me, goes back to the KISS principle. It was fast. It was easy. An enterprise can bring multiple data sources to a RAG pipeline in just seconds. So that's what Appsmith agents are. Appsmith is a low-code platform that has been on the market for more than 6 years, helping enterprises build internal tools and dashboards. And now, with that same principle of data privacy, self-hosting, running on-premise or on your own VPC, you can have your enterprise agents running privately within the same VPC and your same private network, having access to all of these tools. I'm Kevin Blanco, Senior Developer Relations Advocate at Appsmith. If you scan that QR code, it's going to take you to my LinkedIn profile, and I would like to have a conversation about this with you. The reason why I'm wearing sunglasses today is because I've seen the future, and it looks so bright.